So what are we gonna cook now?
Well, we've got a couple of chicken breasts because they carry flavour very well. They're very versatile. You can do anything you want with them. We're going to show you two different recipes. So
I'm gonna do stuffing.
Right. Well, I'm going to do the stuffing as well. It makes sense.
So do two different ones then.
Do two different ones.
Okay, great.
Get the imaginations inspired.
What you got in yours? Oh, cheers with orange juice because it's really early over here. We're prepping now, cooking later.
You didn't put any vodka in there, did you?
No.
He knows you too well.
No. So, what are you stuffing your chicken breast with?
I'm a great lover of sun-dried tomatoes. Of course, chili, garlic, and some local Zakynthia cheese. You can use any hard cheese, any hard Parmesan, Pecorino, anything like that. Even cheddar sometimes, but when the cheese melts, sometimes you lose it from the stuffing. So I've got the pepper, I've got the salt, and I'm going to put a little bit of basil from our pot to give it this lovely freshness into the stuffing.
Right.
What about yourself?
Well, actually, that's thyme or something like that.
You can use
Are you filming now?
Yeah, of course I am.
Yeah, it's the outtakes, isn't it?
Yeah.
The outtakes, yeah. No, I'm not. I was going to use thyme, then I changed my mind because the basil is blooming at the moment.
In my one, I'm a big fan of fat in general. With bland meats like that, dry meats like chicken breast, you need some sort of fat and keep the skin on if you can. So I'll be stuffing mine with a garlic and spring onion confit.
Right. Do you want to explain what that is?
That is what we've got here, what it's going to look like at the ends. A confit is something cooked in fat at a low temperature so it doesn't colour, doesn't sear, doesn't fry. Just gets nice and soft.
It just simmers, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're going to strain that, yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to strain that.
By the way, our chicken fillets are from our butcher, not from this guy's ear. You know, we only keep them for the eggs.
I think they're complaining though. They know what's on the menu.
Although they're so noisy, they're probably next. So I will be making another confit. This is one I made earlier, so I'll show you how it's done. So I'm going to strain that to keep the butter for the next one, and I'm going to add a little knob of butter into it as well.
So what you've got in the strainer is the confit.
Well,
yeah?
I've got in the strainer, and in this pan here, it's going to go into a little mixing bowl.
Right.
That's the confit. You can confit vegetables, you can confit anything you want. There's another knob there that we're going to need.
So now you're going to make another confit.
I'm going to make another confit.
Well, just show everybody how you make it, is it?
So we're just going to chop up the, roughly chop the spring onions or scallions for our cousins across the pond.
Yeah.
The garlic, I'm going to halve them because they're quite big compared to the spring onion. The pepper I'm going to put in afterwards.
Right.
And some crispy bacon to finely chop, and that's going to get folded into the confit here, and that will be our stuffing for our chicken breast.
One question, Alexi, confit will keep in the fridge?
Yeah, absolutely. It'll keep for at least a week and a half, 2 weeks.
So it's worthwhile batch making?
Absolutely, yeah.
Right, okay.
Make a bit more.
So that's getting ready for the next batch of confit that you're doing, yeah? Okay. Okay, so just in 4. Okay.
Yeah, literally just, usually if you were just doing a garlic, if you were doing a confit garlic, you do them whole.
Right, okay.
Because the spring onion is a lot thinner and it's going to cook a lot faster.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Cutting these up. Right, so I'll go and get that working now. Literally just the lowest possible simmer ever, like a tea light, elevated. Preferably put it in the oven. Oven at 82, 83 degrees.
Because you can control
and just leave it in there, yeah, depending on how big your bits are.
Right.
40, 45 minutes.
Right.
Yeah, lovely. I love basil, absolutely love it.
We've got lots
Okay,
of
basil's gone in. I'm only doing one breast. So maybe a couple, maybe three, make it a little bit more tomato. A few chili flakes. All you guys, you know me, you know, can't cook anything without chili. A couple of garlic cloves. And if I have any left of this, I can always toss it in some pasta later on. And cut the cheese in small pieces. All in the whizzer. Drizzle of olive oil. Oh, most amazing ingredients. Fresh. So good, so good. Okay, here we are. Roughly chopped. I'm gonna put a little bit of salt in there and a little bit of pepper. Okay, scrape everything out. Smell great.
Okay.
That looks absolutely delicious.
When are we having that? For lunch or dinner?
We'll see, probably dinner. Go for a swim in between.
Yes, that sounds like a great
That
idea.
sounds like a good idea.
So
yeah.
I'm ready, take everything out of the way, and I'm ready to do my chicken.
Right, so as you can see, we've transferred our confit garlic and spring onion into a pestle and mortar, and I'm just going to work that into a paste. Not too fine, just so it's able to get everywhere inside my chicken breast.
Okay.
So as you can see, we're getting a nice almost paste there.
Yep.
We're going to add a couple of leaves of basil to that.
Okay. Stick it to lovely,
So-
that's all smashed down.
That's it. Now I've got that. All I need to do is finely chop my crispy bacon. Get some very nice thin slices because they're going to be inside the chicken breast. You want to make sure the slices from the pepper are very, very thin so they cook quickly. Or if you want to get some extra flavour in your butter as well, you can confit it. Put it in with the garlic and the spring onion, as long as it's all cut to the same size.
Right. Okay. So the bacon and the pepper's gone
There we
in
go.
there.
Everything's mixed in, and that.
You can eat that, can't you?
Oh wow!
Don't. It's got to be.
So fragrant. I'm so tempted to just eat that. Yeah, it smells fantastic.
Alright.
So, stuffing now, chicken fillet part 2. Will you do the little trimmings and
Absolutely.
deal with the tenders?
So
Please.
usually, if you'd buy a chicken fillet from the supermarket, it would be in one. This is the whole breast. So that's 2 chicken fillets. Now, if you turn it over, you'll see these bits here on the side.
The flappy bits.
The flappy bits. They're the chicken tenders.
The professional is tender, is it? That
Professional
word?
is tender. Yeah. So halve it with a nice sharp knife. Take the tender off.
Right.
And that's going to go in a marinade to stir fry afterwards.
We can make another meal out of it.
Absolutely.
With these little bits and pieces.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
lovely. No wastage.
And-
You're loving it.
And we've got more.
So at the bottom, we're going to take the end off because that's very thin, and it will go dry because it will cook it in a lot less time than
So
the
that's
rest.
another one for the stir fry.
Another
yeah?
one from the top, and from the
Exactly.
top, we want to make it a nice straight edge, wide enough for a small knife to get in and make the pocket.
Right.
Okay.
What my
Okay.
dad will show you now.
Okay.
So this is what you need to do. Take the sharp, very sharp knife and go in the middle. Push it through. Be careful you don't split your fillet, and just work nice and slowly until you make a nice pocket. Yeah, you can see that.
Yep.
I'll open it a little bit more, nice and gently, both ways. That's it. And the next step is to drizzle a little bit of olive oil, which is going to help the stuffing sliding in and also flavor the chicken.
Okay.
So a bit of olive oil in there, as simple as that. Get your stuffing, put it there, and then fingers. Push it through with your fingers, all the way down. Bit more.
So you've got enough stuff in there for 2 fillets, yeah?
Yeah, I have, yeah, lovely.
Okay,
Just
lovely,
right, perfect. What we used to do in the olive tree years ago, we used to wrap it in bacon and used to put it in the oven. That's another
Oh, okay, that's another tip.
tip. Another,
Yeah, it helps it keep nice and moist.
yeah, absolutely. And a bit
extra
more.
flavour.
And a bit more. Now you can put a toothpick through here to seal it, or you can use one of these little cats, and that will stop your stuffing coming out.
Okay.
Push it through, and when we do all of them, then we're gonna season them. Okay?
Right. Okay.
Perfect. As simple as that.
While you do the other pockets, I'm going to take the offcuts and put them in a marinade, so we can do some wraps with them later or something like that. As you can see here, out of 4 fillets,
You've got another meal.
we've got another meal. Cut them into strips,
Perfect.
toss them in a wok with some peppers and a bit of seasoning.
Some colored peppers, yes, peel of onion, yeah. Stir
Okay.
fry, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds
Couple
like,
of cold beers.
that sounds like a good half-time snack.
There you go. Lovely lunchtime snack. So out of
Solid.
4 fillets, we're gonna eat 4 of us twice. Perfect.
And Bujo is completely fast asleep. While everything's going on.
That's normal.
Yeah.
That's normal. Right, I'm doing the second one while Alex is doing it.
Okay,
There
well,
you go. That's my second fillet done.
okay.
Wipe the board. Don't waste anything.
Okay. Your turn.
Yep, my turn.
Okay.
So let's get the stuffing in. Mine's going to be a little bit easier to stuff because my stuffing is a little bit more solid because the
Right.
butter's come down to room temperature now
Okay.
and it's got
More runny, isn't it?
bigger bits in there like the bacon and whatnot. So that's going to go in.
Smells fantastic.
Yeah, it does smell amazing.
We have 2 completely different chicken fillets.
Perfect.
That can go in there.
The flavors and the taste is going to be so different and
Nice
so
and light.
I like the fact that you can prepare it and then you're going to leave it in the fridge and then when your guests arrive,
To be honest, the longer you leave them, they're just marinating from the inside out.
yeah. But there,
But nonetheless, don't
you go.
throw it away. Go for it. So there's our 2. There's my 2.
Oh, we're going to season
Okay.
them.
And we're going
A
to,
little bit.
yeah,
Okay.
if you like, 'cause my hands are full of the
Please.
mixture.
So,
Bit of salt and pepper.
lovely.
Right, so we've got our pan smoking hot. Obviously, we want to use a light oil that's not going to burn. Corn oil is what we're using today. You can use vegetable oil or sunflower oil, whatever you fancy.
Not oil.
Pick up our chicken breast.
Nice bit of
So then it goes.
whole chicken.
That's it. Lovely. Listen to that.
So what are you going to do?
Yeah, the rest
Just
of it.
stir it a little bit to color it, yeah?
So yeah, we're just gonna give it a sear on each side. Drop a little bit of white wine into the pan, and then the pan's going to go into the oven to finish it off for about 6 or 7 minutes. I'll flip them over. It's been about 1.5 minutes in there. Over they go.
Oh,
Lovely colour there.
Yeah.
Half. Ready to go up to the oven. I'm just going to drop in a little bit of white wine. Not drop the pan temperature too much. Don't make sure it doesn't drop too much. So they continue cooking nicely. Oh. One little thing, because they're going to go in the oven, make sure you use a pan that's got a metal handle. And make sure you pick it up with a towel when you're taking it out of the oven.
Okay.
I'll see you in a minute.
You're off to the oven.
One more thing, always preheat your oven. So I've got on mine 190 and they're going to go in there. Depending on the size, then one should take about 6 to 6.5 minutes after you sear them, because you take a lot of time off the cooking time.
Right, back down to Dad.
Yeah.
So my butter is there. Just a little knob of butter and a bit of olive oil. That will help the butter not to burn. That's it, nice and hot. And now obviously the chicken is going to bring the temperature of the pan right down. Very fantastic. And also have a little bit of oil here from the marinade. I don't want to waste that.
Absolutely not.
Flavours, man. You can't throw flavours away.
No. So what I'm going to do, Alex is obviously, you've seen he's going to finish in the oven. I'm going to finish it in the pan. So color it first, sear it, give it a nice color, the same way as Alex did, about 1.5 minutes on each side. And ready to turn.
More lovely coloured chicken. Yeah.
Voila, voila.
Yeah.
Oh, smell that. Too early to drink wine, you know, first thing in the morning.
Even for you guys.
Even for me. So I'm not going to waste what Alex left, so that's going to go in. And lid straight on.
Keep the steam in there.
Keep the steam in, and that will cook in no time at all.
What kind of, with the lid on?
Turn
And
the
a
fire
low-
down a little bit, so we want a kind of a medium, low to medium heat.
Right.
And just let it simmer for a few minutes, and will be, what, 5 minutes maybe? 7 minutes at the most.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's good synchronisation.
Yeah,
Here he comes.
Here we go. It's stopped sizzling a little bit while I've taken them downstairs. But there we go, got a nice
Lovely.
colour on both sides. Still feel quite juicy. I'm just going to rest them on the chopping board for a couple of minutes.
And I'm ready too. That's the other two.
Okay.
Ready to.
God, smell of that steam coming
So
out.
we're having a chicken feast. Isn't it?
Yeah.
That's today's lunch sorted.
So same thing as Alexi. I'll take them off. Don't want them to be cooked anymore. Perfect. So let them cool down a bit.
Lovely.
Slice them up.
Rest them for a couple of minutes. It's important to rest them for a couple of minutes when they're stuffed to allow it to all set, so you don't lose all your stuffing when you slice it.
So
Oh wow, look at that. Yours look fantastic.
Wow.
you can see all it and smell all the tomato and the cheese and the garlic.
Okay.
Definitely in mine.
This is the garlic. The smell of garlic and the
yeah.
confit.
Yeah.
Wow. Phenomenon.
Freaking
Absolute
lovely.
phenomenon.
Wonderful. Smells
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
Well,
So this is the Taste Buddies 2 ways with a beautiful chicken breast.
Yep.
Yep.
How to impress.
Thank you. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for watching us. Yeah, subscribe. Don't forget, subscribe, share, like, and give us your feedback.
It means a lot to the channel, and we love you guys.
We
Bye,
see
Taste.
you. Yeah. Bye, Taste Buddies, and we see you all in
See you on the
video.
next one. Okay. Bye.
Bye.